Hi, I'm Robert. At 58, I re-entered the dating world. And you know what the most awkward part is? The moment the bill arrives. In our 20s, it was simple. The man pays. Now, it's a minefield. If you pay, you're patronizing. If you suggest splitting, you're cheap.
The problem is that women of our generation, especially in the West, are financially independent. They can pay, but many still expect the man to at least offer. Old rules clash with new values, and you're stuck in the middle.
Money isn't just paper. In relationships after 50, money is a test of respect, generosity, and independence. If you handle this question awkwardly, you could lose a great person.
And it's not just about the first bill. If the relationship develops, you soon face other, bigger issues. Shared rent, joint trips, future planning. And you can no longer just say, "I'll take the check." I realize that financial awkwardness comes from uncertainty. We need rules that work at 58, not 28. Rules that value and respect. I developed 5 steps to help you navigate this path, from the coffee bill to a long-term shared budget, with a confident and respectful approach. Let's start with the hardest part, the first date. The first date is a test, and not just of chemistry. The woman is testing whether you can be both generous and confident. My lesson number 1, always offer to pay, but do it as a gesture of respect for her time, not as payment for her company. As soon as the bill arrives, you must act quickly and without drama. Take the bill in your hands. Don't just toss it in the middle of the table. Your body language should say, "I invited you, I'm paying." This is classic, yet important courtesy. But what if she insists on splitting? And in the US West, this happens often to show independence. Never argue. Arguing over the bill is the worst possible end to a date. It immediately turns the date into a transaction. If she says, "Let's split it," say with a smile, "I truly respect your independence. Let me cover this bill, and you can get us coffee next time. Deal?" This is the respectful, modern pivot.
This approach solves 2 problems. First, you show respect. Second, you create a hook for the second date by shifting the financial initiative to her. You've shown you value her, but you don't need to buy her.
Important. For first dates, choose locations where the bill won't be astronomical. If you spend $200 and she wants to pay $100, it creates awkwardness. Start with coffee or one drink. This allows you to easily perform a gesture of generosity without pressure.
If you've progressed to the second or third date, you enter the back and forth game. Men often make the mistake of continuing to pay for everything. This is dangerous because you don't learn her financial philosophy. Lesson number 2. Start switching immediately. On the second or third date, when she offers to pay, allow her to do it. This is not being cheap. It's a test of how much she values equality and reciprocity. If a woman over 3-4 dates never reaches for her purse or takes it for granted that you pay for an expensive dinner, that's a red flag. It suggests she might be looking for a financial sponsor, not an equal partner.
You don't have to exchange money all the time. Use non-monetary compensation. You paid for dinner, she can pay for the movie tickets. Or you can say, "I'll change the oil in your car and you cook dinner."
The back and forth game is not about keeping an exact tally. It's about observation. Is she a saver or a spender? Does she value experience or luxury? Her reaction to splitting the bill will tell you more about her than any conversation about access. After 5 dates, if you're both participating in expenses, you are building a healthy foundation. You both know that you are in this together. You are not selling yourself, and you are not buying her. You are simply exchanging values. If the relationship has become serious, you travel together, talk about the future, you've reached a tipping point. Lesson number 3, shift from who pays for dinner to how do we pay for life? The money talk must happen before you start living together.
The biggest financial mistake after 50 is to assume complete compatibility. At this age, everyone has their own assets, pensions, investments, inheritances from previous marriages. This is not shared money, but it affects our life.
You don't need to show bank statements. You need transparency of values. Ask, how do you feel about spending money on travel? Are you saving for retirement? What do you value more, security or luxury?
Your goal is to understand if your spending pace matches. If she wants to travel first class every year and you prefer to invest, this will create friction, even if she pays for herself. Create an entertainment budget. Have each person contribute an equal amount or proportional to income if the difference is large for joint expenses, weekends, restaurants, tickets. This allows you to stop keeping score and simply enjoy a common fund. Remember that money is a tool. When you say, what things do you most value spending your time money on, you are not talking about numbers, but about priorities. And that is the foundation of a long-term partnership. So we've reached the point of moving in. This is a beautiful time, but it can quickly turn into hell if you argue every month about who paid what for utilities. Lesson number 4. Establish a simple, reliable mechanism for paying shared expenses. At this age, we have established assets and financial commitments. You don't want to fully merge them, and that's right. To avoid keeping score, which kills romance, it's best to use the 3 accounts model: yours, mine, and ours. The ours account is a simple joint account used only for shared expenses, groceries, rent or share of the mortgage, internet, and a joint vacation fund. No personal expenses should ever go through it. Determine the total amount of shared monthly expenses and decide how you will contribute, either 50-50 or proportional to income if one earns significantly less. The main thing is agreement and simplicity of calculation. This approach creates a clear boundary. Everything in your personal, yours and mine, accounts remains untouchable. This removes tension and allows you to freely manage your own assets. The most crucial point, don't forget. In case of serious changes in the relationship or life, God forbid, having such a joint account simplifies the process. It helps maintain clarity, peace of mind, and respect. I hope you understand what I mean. At this stage, you have successfully resolved the issues of bill payments and shared expenses. But there's a final philosophical lesson. Lesson number 5. Money should be a tool that enhances freedom, not dependence. If you earn or have more assets than your partner, a hidden danger arises. The woman may begin to feel dependent on you, even if she doesn't show it. This gradually kills her self-esteem and your equality.
Your job is to invest in her independence. This doesn't mean giving her money. It means using your resources to support her growth and hobbies. Perhaps she has long dreamed of taking professional development courses or buying expensive equipment. When a woman feels that her partner, who is financially stronger, is investing in her personal development, she feels valued and worthy, not just maintained. This creates a relationship based on respect, not financial calculation.
A free woman who knows she can provide for herself but chooses to be with you, that is the strongest foundation. It makes your relationship a partnership of 2 whole people, not a transaction.
In this way, you complete the circle. You started by respectfully offering to pay for coffee, and you ended by helping her pay for a course that will change her life. You used money to buy not dinner, but mutual respect and freedom. The question, who pays, actually has nothing to do with money. It relates to role and confidence. At 25, we used money to impress. At 58, we must use it to respect and build partnership.
Remember the 5 stages. Start with a respectful offer on the first date. Then move to the back and forth game to test values.
Before cohabitation, establish transparency and create a shared budget.
And most importantly, use your financial power not to dominate, but to amplify your partner's freedom. That is the best investment you can make in your relationship.
Don't be afraid of these conversations. Money is not a minefield. It's a catalyst for a deeper connection. A woman over 50 values confidence and transparency more than a wallet.
My challenge to you, if you go on a date this week, forget how much you spend. Focus on how you do it. And ask her, what do you value most in this moment? If this financial roadmap helped you feel more confident, subscribe to the channel. We will continue to address the challenging corners of life and relationships after 50. Write in the comments, which of these 5 lessons seems the hardest for you today?